At the time of making this video, Half-Life 2 had its 20-year birthday bash a while back, and I love Half-Life 2. But I never played Half-Life Alyx because I never had a VR headset. So on a whim, I bought one. And I know there's like a no VR mod, but it's not the same. I'm sure it's similar, but I'll just do it with VR because I'm a good consumer. I chose the Meta Quest 3. People on Reddit seem to like it, and I don't really care as long as it's fine. It's got some Zuckerberg super technology about pancake lenses, Wi-Fi 6 compatibility, 4K displays or something, all that kind of shit. Fancy stuff, you know? The setup was easy enough, but the Steam Link app within the Quest 3 operating system worked until the sound didn't one day. I tried some troubleshooting steps, but nothing really worked, so I bought the virtual desktop application within the Quest store, and that seemed to fix it. A few things to point out: this is my first VR headset, so I can't really compare it to anything else. The Quest 3 might suck ass, but I wouldn't know any better, so keep that in mind. And if you do buy this, you'll probably have to buy a wireless access point if you want to use it wirelessly. I bought this 5 GHz TP-Link one, and I haven't had many issues with it, but Wi-Fi 6 is recommended. I didn't read the box, so I kind of fucked up, but probably get a Wi-Fi 6 one. And another thing is that my controllers would lose tracking and my hands would fly 10 feet away sometimes, but changing the batteries that came with the controllers fixed that. It's kind of an obscure issue, but a lot of people reported it. So yeah, let's talk about the games I played recently. I've played Half-Life 2 countless times, but my playthrough on VR has been so unique so far. It's a completely new perspective. I mean, it's still the first person, but you know what I mean. In the first time in a long time, City 17 felt fresh. It's kind of a cool experience until you blow up a metro cop with a canal, then it's an awesome experience, because they just fly at you and all the debris and stuff. And there's a workshop mod, the Junia's Weapon Pack. It's pretty cool. It adds some extra flourishes and details to the classic Half-Life 2 weapon roster. All that being said, Half-Life 2 was not designed as a VR game. The airboat and jeep sections are awkward and sometimes nauseating to go through, but I still think it's worth checking out if you like Half-Life 2. And fun fact, some custom maps appear to work too. I always loved the Insomnia and Hypnophobia maps, and they work here. I haven't done too much. I don't know if like custom models or textures would work, if you can import those or not, but some basic Half-Life 2 maps should work. This game is awesome. It's the go-to RPG first-person hack-and-slash mage-type game. You quest, loot, stab, sneak, and magic your way around. There's a level of feedback through noises and visuals that generates a visceral quality. You kill the shit out of people in this game. It reached 1.0 a while back, so there's a whole campaign to go through, and there's mods and stuff as well that adds like more weapons and stuff like that. It's pretty fun.
Compound.
This game feels like a fake arcade game you would see in an 80s movie. It throws the player into a roguelike compound where you gotta blast your way to different floors in first person. It's colorful and engaging. I don't know if you've ever shot a gun before, but they're kind of like a clunky thing to use in real life because you gotta first you need bullets. So you have to buy bullets, then you have to have like a gun. And guns are expensive and ammunition is expensive, then you gotta go someplace to shoot it's like, you know, you're driving out somewhere, it's hot, maybe it's fine, there's maybe other people shooting their stuff, put the stuff in the gun, you gotta shoot the gun, unload the stuff, and then you do all that stuff, and then you spend like a few, dozens of dollars, or maybe even hundreds, depending on what you're shooting, and then you gotta clean your gun, that can take a while depending on what you're trying to do and what kind of gun you have. Then if you want to try to reload, you gotta pick up all the brass casings on the floor that you just shot at. Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades is a virtual firing range first and foremost. It's really simple, you can do a bunch of different stuff here, and there's other game modes too. There's these enemies called sausage, or I don't know what sosigs means, but you shoot these hot dog people that have guns, and there's like a Team Fortress style mode, there's other tactical style modes, there's a bunch of different things you can do. One mod is called Supply Raid, and it's a blast. You can install it with R2 Modman. The gist of it is you gotta take out some sausage warriors that are guarding a position, and once you take it out, you get some coins, and you can buy some different weapons and upgrades. It's procedurally generated, I think, and there's a bunch of unique encounters that happens, and it's pretty fun. BeamNG is a car simulator. People can try to tell you that a controller is all you need to play this game, but they're dead fucking wrong. The only way that true gamers play this is you spend around $300 on a wheel and pedal set, along with a stand, you use it for 2 days, then leave it in storage for over a year and a half until you make a video about VR games. VR support is still in development for BeamNG. It's not bad, but with how often you need to navigate through menus and stuff, it would probably be better to use Track IR to handle camera movement, but that's just my opinion. What the fuck do I know? Superhot is a classic, and it's a solid introduction to VR games. It doesn't allow the player to move around by themselves, which can help reduce motion sickness, and it offers simple objectives, and it's fun to play. All you gotta do is shoot the red glass people that are trying to fuck you up, and then you just punch them in the dick and stuff, and yeah, that's about it. I've played a little bit of Paint the Town Red over the years, but in VR, it's even more fun than usual. There's different maps that you can brawl in, and the voxel blood splatters all over the place. The firearms are super satisfying. You can also punch the shit out of people. One thing to point out is that the VR support is a DLC, so you gotta have the base game and the VR DLC. But if you already have the game, it's like $10. It's pretty fun. I'd say it's worth it. One thing I forgot to say earlier is that if you are nearsighted, as in you can't see stuff far away, you still have to wear glasses or contacts in the VR world. I didn't know that, so I had to buy these little like pop-in Zenus lenses that just pop into the socket of the eye hole on the thing. And now I can see just fine, which is kind of cool. I mean, the Quest 3 does have these like adjustable eye things for glasses, but I waited till I had my Zenai set for playing the next game, Half-Life Alyx. The thing about VR gaming is that most games have a tech demo feel to them, because in many ways they are just tech demos. VR has only been in the mainstream for around 10 years now, I'd say. There aren't many refined experiences throughout these years. So far for me, Half-Life Alyx stands alone as a polished game. It's hard to describe until you feel it and see it yourself. Handling items, maneuvering levels, combating enemies, solving puzzles. All of these things are down to a science by Valve, and it feels awesome to play. I can't say much about it that hasn't already been said, but Half-Life Alyx being one of the main reasons I bought a VR headset, it does not disappoint. There is also some modding support, and one of them is called like Gunman Contracts, where you play as a super badass and you gotta save the day by knocking out some goons. It mostly winds up like this. So yeah, VR is pretty fun. I really hope to see some more interesting titles in the future because it seems like there's a giant lull of titles in support for mainstream VR games. There are some other VR games that I want to check out, probably during the Steam Christmas sale or whatever, but I already spent more money on this than I should have, so I'll get to them eventually. Or probably not on this channel, but we'll see. As the new year approaches, I will be kind of busy with some non-channel stuff, but I will be trying to aim for a video once a month. So if you want to see more, hit all the buttons and like subscribe and I'll do all that kind of shit, you know. That's really about it. Thanks for watching. Have a happy holiday, Christmas extravaganza, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that stuff. So.